have to be good. Small mistakes add up. But you know what I'm going to do? I am going to get out my timer. And
what's going on, guys?
Motivate me. Yeah, let's get out that timer. And 3, 2, 1, and go.
Just trying to figure it out if Gaming Steve is done talking.
That guy looks like
I think I'm good. Okay, Super Chase HQ for the Super Nintendo. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another no death run. In this case, also speed run. Basically a 1 credit clear. I wanted to beat this game without using a continue, hence a man. Obviously, I've been playing a lot of the Chase HQ series, so I decided to check out the Super Nintendo version, which is quite a bit different and looks quite a bit different and looks quite a bit better. So before I discuss the graphics, the sound, the controls, and the fun factor, I'm just going to quickly talk about the Chase HQ series and why it's been so fun, what made me want to pick up and play this game. Well, the Master System version was excellent. Special Criminal Investigation, really fun, honestly. The Genesis version, though not much to look at, is extremely fun. Great game. It's still my favorite. But I thought, let's test out this Super Nintendo version. It looks fantastic. And I am flying here as I fire a Nas. I love the in-car view of this game. They did a really good job. Released in 1993 on the Super Nintendo, made by Taito. This one looks sharp. It looks really good. The first-person view, in-car view back in the day was not an easy thing to pull off, and the Super Nintendo does a great job of it. And by far the best looking Chase HQ, in my opinion, of the console ports from that era. This series is just a whole lot of fun. A whole lot of fun. Like, fun factor is like the #1 driving force for these games. So this one's a little bit more boring and a little bit easier than both the Master System and Genesis version. Those are the 3 versions I have played, so they're the only ones I can kind of compare to one another. As we approach the levels boss here, I am shifting. I'm using manual for a reason. With manual, my car will go up to about 5 miles an hour faster than if you run the game on automatic. That can give me that little bit of extra time I need to outrun the clock, so I don't have to use a man and use a continue. And it gives me that little extra speed to catch these guys right here. In the particularly first level here, I use a turbo because I don't need all 3 for the boss. After this level though, I will ration and save all 3 of those Nas shots, nitrous, the boost, for the bosses. Okay, so level 1 complete. I do skip through these little cutscenes as quick as possible because I am speed running it. But yes, round 2. Here we are out in the desert. We got the cactuses. The game looks great. So, Roger Predactor. Finkel is Ihorn.
Ihorn is Finkel.
Anytime.
Finkel is Ihorn. You know that reference.
Of course.
It's a classic, yeah. I think we've gone over this before.
Anytime I hear the name Roger, I just bring up Roger Predactor from Ace Ventura.
Stupid. I used to work with a guy named Roger too, and Roger Predactor was his new name.
If your name's Roger, I'm going to call you Roger Predactor.
Your name's Roger, that's what I'm calling you.
So, yeah, as I laugh because as you start every level,
that movie
he just says
so
Roger.
Taboo by today's
Anyways,
so I wonder
Gaming Steve, shut up, will ya?
I don't know.
You know, because it's like it's so not 2022. Good old Ace Ventura.
Yeah, I'm talking about how would Ace Ventura stand up in today's world, you know? Such a, triggered world where Ace Ventura talks about some things that are definitely controversial by today's standards, though still funny to me. Anyways, level 2, we got motorcycle guys dropping napalm. Do your best to avoid those. Let's talk about the graphics. The graphics are dope in this game. Of any Chase HQ I've played, these ones are the best. They're not perfect, but again, the Super did a brilliant job with the first-person view. I don't know if I can give them a 5 out of 5, but damn, they're good. I even like the subtle details of him in the review mirror and his expressions while encountering the things he does, like hitting the back of the car, hitting a Nas, just glaring and focusing. I'm gonna get 4.5 out of 5. The graphics are great. Yeah, graphics are great, 4.5 out of 5. As we approach the level 2 boss here, let's talk about the controls. The controls are very good. I thought maybe being first person, they were gonna be a little like sluggish or slippery. None of the above. They're very tight controls. There's also secondary options in the menu for alternate controls. Never tried them, didn't have to, because I'm happy with these controls. 4.5 out of 5. Sound is a little lacking. The sound effects are nice, the voiceovers are nice, and the music is actually quite catchy. Nothing revolutionary, 4 out of 5. Fun factor, let's just get it done and over with. Master System, fun factor, Special Criminal Investigation 5, Super Chase HQ, or Chase HQ 2 for the Sega Genesis, 5 out of 5. Super Chase HQ for the Super Nintendo, 5 out of 5. Very, very, very fun game. This is totally a less is more game. It's a very short playthrough, and that makes it really engaging to learn.
And Siren makes me want to dance.
You're under arrest. The voiceovers are great.
Okay, here's the hard level. I feel like if I can pull this one
True
off,
story.
I can do the whole thing.
I'm probably quiet for this level because this is a difficult level. You got a lot of oncoming traffic, and you have a boss in a rather tough Corvette with a guy who shoots out the window at you. Another nice change. You know, there are things I don't like about this because you're in car. You don't get to change vehicles. So like in the Genesis version, you can choose between 3 different vehicles, and I do like that because it like adds variety and adds replay value to the game.
Not surprised.
Where I feel like this game does have less replay value.
Oh man,
I do suck actually. I don't know how I got through this level. I play really good at the end, but I stink it up at the start here. Frustrating to watch, frustrating to play like that. So one thing I do want to talk about is this game on normal difficulty has a secret ending. There's basically in this game good ending and better ending. There is no bad ending. It should be as legal to be as bad as I am. I've already lost way too much health. I don't know how I pulled this out.
No, exactly. I'm terrible.
Horrible to watch. I am
terrible.
It's my girlfriend claiming that I'm not terrible, but I am terrible. Look at my health. I'm already down half health. I don't know how I managed to do this. I get the job done when I run into the Corvette at the end of the level. I don't know how I got through this level without using a man, mind you. You are given 2 continues, so basically you do have 2 chances. But anyways, to get the secret ending, the best ending,
no way
you must beat the first 5 levels without using a man, using a continue. If you do that, will unlock a secret ending. You can also only do this on normal. There's only 2 difficulty settings, easy and normal. So I wanted the best ending. So I had to play on normal. And I had to beat all 5 levels without using a man. Now if you do unlock that last final stage, technically round 6, you can lose a man and then proceed. But you must be perfect up until that point to even get that last level, because they'll like if you play it on normal or easy and don't do what I just said, you'll get an ending, and it's a fine ending. It's just not as good. But I wanted to run the game with its best ending, the most content available for the game, and it's just I was excited when I learned about this as I rammed the shit out of this Corvette. You gotta love the backgrounds. You gotta love the bullet holes in the window. This game, it's well done. It's a little boring compared to the Genesis version, but
I may have sucked at the first one.
I don't know how I pulled that out. Just nause after nause and staying close and hitting them.
If only I could have been better in the first
You're
one.
under arrest. The voiceovers remind me of Final Fight.
No big deal.
This level's easy.
Relax and take it easy.
Yep, this level's pretty easy.
Come on, Roger, let's go.
I do like how it shakes the car there when in first and second gear. Yeah, I definitely found that manual was definitely a little helping advantage for me. It's not too bad. Basically, you just got to get through the early gears. When you hit a car, you can pack it into fourth if you want, but it's almost not necessary because when you hit a car, it will reduce your speed basically to the point where your car needs to shift from fourth to fifth anyways. So if you just keep it in fifth, you'll kind of be fine because it only really gets your speed down to the point where you would shift into fifth anyways. In some cases, if you see your speed at around 125 miles an hour, you can put it into fourth for like a second or two, get it up to 130 and shift. but generally speaking, you're gonna be okay if you're at 130. You can leave it in fifth. So the majority of your shifting really comes down to starting off the race. You even have to have it in neutral and pop it into gear. So you got to remember to do that, or else you'll just be sitting there full throttle and like, oh yeah, you got to pop the clutch, so to speak, and get your car going. So I'll take whatever any advantage I can get when racing a clock. So here we are off-road. We got the mountain winterness in the background. Got a little mini boss here. Homeboy shooting out the side of the window.
Dude, come on, I'm not wasting the
This guy's usually quite easy. I do kind of pour here. Yeah, even though I do really great in this run, I have moments of shitty gameplay. The start of last level in this particular spot. Normally I stick to this guy like glue and get him out of my way rather quickly. He takes 4 or 5 hits and then he's gonzo. So yeah, he's gone now, but he stuck around longer than he should have.
We're good. Here we go.
And here we go, 72 seconds to take out the boss. I like the sound of the siren. It's kind of annoying, but it's also kind of okay. Again, look at those expressions of his eyes as he's like focusing. Then he takes the hit. He's like, whoa, whoa! That's some nice attention to detail. I really appreciate that they put it in. Then every now and then he'll just like look into the mirror itself and stare right back at you. Those are about the 3 things I've noticed with it. There's not much more than that, but I appreciate the subtle detail. This car, you want to be aggressive against him. He's not well armored, but he does shoot rockets out the back. So if you're slow, he'll shoot like, yeah, some kind of like rocket missiles at you. So be aggressive with him. You kind of have to be aggressive with all of them. You got to run these guys off the road.
Still got a challenging level ahead of us.
All right, stage 5. And what would be the last level if you used a man? On easy, this is the last level.
No Roger comment this time?
Love the music in this level. I really do. It's very 80s, very early 90s. Sets the tone. It lets you know that like this is the end of the game, even though there's a little bit more after this by performing all 5 of these levels without using a man. I like that too. It's like there's a reward there. I've often talked about this. Anyone who watches these No Death Runs, I like it when a game rewards you for playing well. I hate it when a game punishes you for playing well. This game rewards you. You beat these 5 levels without using a man, you unlock a final secret bonus ending. And that's fucking awesome. That's great. Thank you. I played well. You gave me something extra. Not just something minor like a cutscene, but a whole other level. It's not a very big level. In fact, you're rushing someone to the hospital, or you're taking blood to the hospital because somebody's there who needs this blood. Regardless, it's an extra level. It's more actual gaming content, and that's a big thing to me. Also something that they take away from you if you chintz out and play it on easy. Though I will make separate categories. So let me talk about this. This game isn't on speedruns.com as I face this helicopter here. It's oddly not on that website. So I have requested the game. I've submitted the run. I've submitted the information of the game itself. Showed it's like, you just got to show proof of the game's existence. So a Wikipedia form, just showing when it was made, so on and so forth. So when I create a leaderboard, even though there will be nobody on there, and I'm not doing it just to get a free gold medal, it's just to add to the website. I'm going to make 2 leaderboards. One, normal, best ending. It's the only way to get the best ending. You got to do it on normal. And as I said, you got to do it without losing a man in the first 5 levels. So that will be one category. The other category, run the game on easy, beat the first 5 levels as quick as you can. Obviously, it'll be quicker than beating it on normal, but it's cool that I'll have 2 distinct categories.
And you're relying on me to run this Porsche off the road? Shoot him with the missile. Like, come on, man. Like, yeah, I gotta do everything, eh? Gotta do everything around here. Fuck bullshit.
Gaming Steve has a point. I talked about in that part you need to avoid the helicopter. And when you avoid them long enough, your buddy will fly in with a helicopter and shoot that helicopter down. It's like, well, dude, you just took out the chopper. Why can't you take out this Porsche as well? This Porsche is fast. If you run out of NOS, it's going to be difficult keeping up with him and getting consistent shots off. And odds are that clock will run out very easily here. That's the difficult part in this. The road is also narrow, so you get bumped off into the grass, losing a lot of speed, making it hard to hit him. I am out of NOS here, but I still have 35 seconds to get him down about 3 or 4 hits. But watch how long it still takes me, because once I get that hit off, I'm reduced in speed.
Oh no, we're plenty good.
Okay. One more.
One more, 20 seconds.
I still got... It's going to still take a bit of time to catch that guy. He's in a fast Porsche. Boom.
Nice.
So that would be the game on easy.
Just over 15 minutes.
You're under arrest.
Round 5 clear.
The syndicate's leader was apprehended. And at the same time, the police raided the gang's secret warehouse. We cannot skip this. The smuggler's ring was finally broken up. Hey Tony, come on man, let's hustle back to HQ and file a report. Let's move, we got some blah 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 to do. Alright.
Yep, so on easy, this would be the game. On normal, this would be the game if
Can't
you used
choke
one
now.
man. So normally this would just
The hard
roll,
things have been
you'd
done.
watch that, and the credits would roll. Here you pull over and there's an ambulance
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and
that
skip
seems to be
that.
broken down and busted. I skipped through because I'm speed running. But he lets you know that you gotta rush somebody to the hospital. So now, you have no NOS. You used them all in the previous level. You gotta drive good here with the assistance of no NOS. Now, I will say that when you complete this, the game will automatically use a NOS that you don't have. That is the exact moment you lose control of the game and the exact moment the game is done. When the game automatically fires a NOS as the timer is almost done and you're at the hospital, for anyone who does want to speedrun this game, that is when the clock will stop because that's when you lose all control and the game will automatically NOS to the finish. Up until that happens, I gotta drive good here. There's a lot of cars on the road. Each car that you hit will slow you down enough. You hit 3 or 4 or 5 cars,
That's not good.
you're not gonna make it in time.
Get that
And
speed up, bitch.
that's
Steve,
no good.
Come on, try better than that.
Really, I'm driving like shit. It's a pretty quick game though, man. They come up fast. And some of them will change lanes, some of them
I'm like
won't.
the Toronto
So
Maple
kind
Leafs of gamers, man. Like,
I am the Toronto Maple Leaf of gamers, implying that I choke
the guys
when
need
under
to wear a
pressure.
Leaf jersey every time I go for things in games.
I should have put my Leaf jersey on. I should just pause
At
and
least
go
the
put it
tunnel's
on.
going well.
This game's super fun. Again,
Just a lot
all
of traffic.
3 of the Chase HQ games I played are incredibly fun. They're short, fun. You got like 20 minutes. You got a
Well, wasn't
good
too
amount
bad.
of time to have fun with retro gaming. Like they're badass. It's like, why aren't people playing these games? And why are these Steve games? Why doesn't anybody play these games other than like me, Master System or so, and Canadian Gamer? These games are fucking fun, man.
That was
They're
decent.
Really fun. This one's underrated too. This one apparently gets no love, man. Maybe the
some
first
good
person
driving
view makes
here
it difficulty
on the most
makes it
incidents.
difficult for people to judge the distance. I know when a lot of people play racing games, they prefer out-car view because that's like real driving, right? I prefer in-car view. It's a much more closely simulated thing to actual driving. And I find you can judge the distance of corners better this way because you're not looking like, it's almost like it's an outer body experience looking at your car from the outside. This, you can see the corners of the bumper, so you can judge
Let's go.
how to
There we
turn
go.
better.
No death
We
run
did it.
in about 1827. So yeah, the time will stop the second the game automatically
Yay for
hits
me.
the NOS there, because that is when it's over, and that's when the clock stops.
Should I take my shirt off and pull a miles an hour?
Chase HQ for the Super Nintendo, and under 1830.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Without a credit used, so that's exactly what I wanted. On normal difficulty, using manual to shift. So I'll just let the credit roll, and thank you for watching. I did it.
Good job.
Thank you. Now I'll do a run on easy because I'll set 2 separate categories because easy will be done quicker because there's less game. Doesn't have that final part, which will make it more inclined for people to run because that's actually kind of like, that takes some learning to do. Running it on easy is is fine. You use a couple men, you get through it pretty easily. I love the jivey 80 tunes. It's very 80s. They've really captured the feel of the 80s with this game. Like if young kids want to know what the 80s is like, just play Super Chase HQ. It is the 80s, as I remember it. Those people right there, very 80s. That is very 80s. Okay, that's probably enough credits.